Lucy Kalika was 18 years old when the Nazis invaded the Soviet Union.
The war began in 1941, just after I finished high school. We celebrated my graduation, we danced, we laughed and sang, and later we walked along the seashore. We had no idea that tomorrow we will hear an announcement that the war had started. Then the bombings began. On October 17th, we saw columns of Jews being led by Germans with machine guns. We asked them, "Where are they taking you?" They answered us, "We don't know."
That day, 80% of the Jews in Odessa were murdered by the Nazis. Lucy and her family escaped the massacre, only to face a new round of arrests.
There was an order that all Jewish people must leave their houses with all of their possessions. We were told that anyone who did not leave in 2 days would be executed. My sister said, "Why should we go to a ghetto? We can hide in the basement." No one knew that we had the shelter, so no one could find us. We had no ventilation, no windows, and no doors.
We lived in horrible conditions. The floors were always wet and there was mold on the walls.
We were in total darkness. We were afraid to even light a match or to whisper a word.
At night, neighbors brought them food in a bucket, lowered through a hole in the floor.
We ate just once a day, a dish made out of cooked cornmeal. Sometimes we added more water and called it a soup. We thought that we would only be there for 2 weeks, and that the partisans would come liberate us. We ended up living in that basement for 2 years and 3 months.
Those 2 years affected Lucy's health for the rest of her life.
After I came out of the basement, I was very ill. When I got an X-ray, I found out that I had osteoporosis and 2 other bone diseases. For the rest of my life, I have had pain all over my body. To this day, I cannot move my hand freely. Sometimes it hurts when I even just move my finger a little bit.
When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, Lucy moved to Israel, hoping for a better life.
I was 69 years old when we came to Israel. My husband was a disabled veteran of World War II, and he was very ill.
Life in Israel was anything but easy. Lucy's husband received a small veteran's pension, and when he died, she had very little money to live on. Much of Lucy's health care is covered by the Israeli government, but the one thing she needed most was not. Lucy's walker is worn out and too heavy for her to push, so we got her a new one that's easier to handle.
The best thing is that it's so steady. The wheels are loose on my old one and it's shaky and makes a lot of noise, and now I have a seat to take a break when my back hurts.
We also noticed that Lucy's air conditioner was broken, so we installed a brand new one to give her some relief from the desert heat.
I couldn't imagine that anyone would give me a beautiful thing like this. I am thankful that there are people like you in this world. Thank you so much.